Hi, welcome to SoCali's Wrestling. Today we have the SoCal's one of the best of this time and PCW's greatest, uh, Douglas James, aka as the SoCal fans we call him, DJ. How you been, DJ?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on. I love that you call me DJ, and that's awesome. So
Well, as a
cool.
fan also from SoCal, I can't just call you from your full names. Like, how's the fans always call you? It's always DJ.
I know, right? Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, so thanks for having me on, man. I'm looking forward to this and see what's going on.
Like in every podcast I do, I always ask this question: why did you want to become a wrestler, and when did you become a wrestler? Is that something you were as a child that you kind of was a wrestling fan, or is that something you grew up later on as an adult?
Yeah, big question. I know it's like the usual question, big question, but I started being a fan when I was like 8 years old. I would say I was in second grade, and I started watching around the Royal Rumble '95. Actually, so that shows my age, how old I am. Anyways, I started watching when I was 8 years old, and I've been a fan my whole entire life. I've always just wanted to be a wrestler, and sometimes like life throws you off, and I just never thought I'm a smaller guy. I never thought with my size I could be a wrestler, and I went the mixed martial arts route. And I did MMA for a while, and after doing that, I realized what my passion really was, and with that, I started doing professional wrestling and the rest is history. But I've been a fan my entire life.
You did was it the jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai during your
Yeah,
mixed
I,
martial arts?
I did it all. I wrestled in high school, so I started wrestling in high school, and I did amateur mixed martial arts fights. I did professional mixed martial arts fights. I competed in jiu-jitsu. I competed in kickboxing. I trained in Thailand in Muay Thai. I did a lot of it. I did it all. And but my passion was always pro wrestling, and I just had to do it.
Because you kind of brought that your mixed martial arts transition to the wrestling business.
Right. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was who I was. I mean, it was who I am. Mixed martial arts and martial arts is who I am as a person and a part of me. And so I brought that into wrestling, and I think it really has helped me get notoriety in a sense of that not everybody's doing that on the scene, I would say. So it really helped me separate myself from other people. Um, just the authenticity of the moves and all of things like that. So.
If I can say this, DJ, why did you choose the MMA transition for? I mean, MMA lifestyle before getting to wrestling? Was that like wrestling? Was it like? Well, again, you said in the beginning it was your passion, but why did you start
Right.
MMA first, not wrestling first, and then going back?
Yeah, it's good. Right, it's a good question. I mean, I think right now in my life, it's a really big regret. But the reason why was that I didn't think I was smaller. I was smaller than I am now, and I just thought that you had to be bigger to be a pro wrestler, and I just went that avenue. I still love MMA. I still like it. I still like MMA. I still think it's great, but um, yeah, I just didn't really believe in myself at the time.
I was gonna say, what was your weight division that you were at MMA?
I fought at 135 and 145.
So you were at bantamweight and featherweight.
Yeah, exactly. Featherweight. Yeah.
And did you ever thought you're like it's like well I want to become a professional MMA fighter and be like going to Bellator or UFC?
Yeah, I mean that was my thing. I had amateur fights. I fought professionally. I had professional fights. I trained with guys in the UFC. My jiu-jitsu coach was Eddie Bravo, who gave us black belt to Joe Rogan. I trained all over. I just got to a point where it wasn't making me happy anymore, and I was the pro wrestling kid in MMA. I was the guy that just liked pro wrestling and doing MMA, and I just was ready to follow my passion.
Why were you not happy about the MMA lifestyle and being a mixed martial artist?
Um, It's a good question. I guess it's very similar to pro wrestling, the pro wrestling business of how it's operated. Very similar, but the reason why I put up with it in wrestling as opposed to doing it with MMA is because I really love pro wrestling and I want to. This is my thing. This is what I want to do. In MMA, you know, it was really hard to cut weight. I didn't weigh 145 pounds. I had to lose a lot of weight. I had to diet all the time. I had to train all the time. It was very time consuming. Hard to have relationships. It was not. I mean, it's very similar to wrestling. Not taking away, but my love wasn't there. I realized after doing it for a while that I just didn't love it. You know, so I had to go back to what I love.
Well, I know because again, you were telling me your jiu-jitsu instructor was Eddie Bravo.
Yeah,
Do you follow the Eddie Bravo's tournament that's on happening on the UFC Fight Pass?
yeah, I do for the most part. I don't watch them. I used to follow the beginning of them, like the first couple tournaments. I follow the ones where I know guys in them, like either guys I used to train with and stuff like that. I look for the results. And I have a really good friend, who Verbal Tap Cast, who has a podcast for jujitsu, and I follow his, you know, postings on BBI. Um, but no, I really love wrestling, man. I'm like obsessed with wrestling. So I don't follow jiu-jitsu that much.
If I may ask, who's your favorite wrestler at this? Well, in the past or present?
Oh, past or present? Well, my favorite of all time is Shawn Michaels. Yeah,
Or
Shawn Michaels. My top, but it's like I have a 1A and 1B. My 1A is Shawn Michaels, and my 1B is Rey Mysterio. So those are my number one and number two. I think they're the best of all time.
have you met Ray?
I have. I have met Ray, and it was one of the best experiences ever. It was awesome. I felt like I was 12 years old again. It was cool, man. I met him in Tijuana, Mexico, at the Crash. I was in the same locker room as him. It was really cool.
Will you be willing to fight or wrestle? Well, not I should say fight. Wrestle Rey Mysterio at the Crash or FCW or PCW?
Oh, I mean, yeah, that'd be a dream come true. So anywhere, anytime, if Rey Mysterio's down, I'm down. I know it's hard. He's a legend. He's literally like a living legend right now. Yeah, that'd be awesome one day to be able to wrestle Rey Mysterio.
All right. So I haven't said this, but how did you get out to the wrestling business? Did you actually went from the SoCal's famous Santino brothers?
Yeah, that's how I started. I started at Santino's. I started. I basically started with Santino's. I was doing MMA, and I was over it. I really wanted to do wrestling, and I just Google searched wrestling in Los Angeles and saw some results. And Santino's was the one I picked, and I ended up going there, and they were awesome to me right away. And I like literally like I came on a Saturday morning. I'll never forget. I came on a Saturday morning to watch training, and I came back like that Monday to start training. And it was crazy because I literally didn't have the money. Money was tight, and I won a $2 scratch off. I won $200, and it was $200 to start the school. And that's when I was able to start. And I started like right away.
That
And yeah,
seems that seems like that was destined to happen, right?
I know, right? No, it's a true story. I say it every time anybody asks me. It's yeah, it was awesome, man. I didn't. I really wanted to wrestle, and I just didn't. It's expensive. It's like anything else you want to like put into, you know. And I just didn't have the means, and it was cool. Yeah, it worked.
Uh, through again. did your family or friends kind of tell you it's like, okay, you're starting MMA, something that's real, and then transition to the wrestling business? Like that's still fake. That's not actual sport. It's like more entertainment. Did you got that a little negativity?
Um, not for my family or anything like that because my family always knew what I loved, so they just knew that was like they're like about time kind of thing. I mean, I guess for some friends, nobody really said it to my face, but I would imagine, there is a stigma with wrestling, and there is a stigma, especially in the MMA community, because the MMA community they take themselves very seriously because they're real fighting. They take themselves very seriously, and a lot of them don't like pro wrestling. So I would imagine that people talk shit about me. Nobody said anything to my face, but I would imagine that people said something. But I think hindsight's 2020 to them. Like 2 years later, I'm having the time of my life, and I'm doing way better now than I was doing then, and so it is what it is. But yeah, but I've had a tremendous amount of support. Everybody's been really cool and been great.
And then and train for again, you did your mixed martial arts training, and now you're doing the wrestling school. The training out there, to you, was that easily? He's like, well, I got the cardio, I get the, I'm in shape, so like I can do all the wrestling maneuvers quickly. Was that true to you, or not really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a confident person. I believe in myself, but I'm also like everybody else, and I doubt myself, and I have self doubts, and I didn't believe in myself. So what I did was I trained furiously, like too much, and I got in like really good shape, and I went in there and I just did the best I could. But it was because I trained really hard and I got in good shape because I was so fearful that I would fail at this. So pro wrestling is crazy, and this is like uh, it was always my dream, and so to be able to do this, I wanted to put all of my effort into
I'm gonna say, can you tell me about your experience from the at Santino Brothers? Like, what did you feel? Very nervous. Like again, it's like it's like back to high school. You're the
it.
freshman
Yeah.
and you're going to being senior, and to the senior, like okay, who you are as today's DJ.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I jumped right in. So a lot of people. So for instance, if you were going to start today, or most people in general, they start Santino's at the beginner level. You start as a beginner, you move to intermediate, you go to advanced, semi-pro, and then you graduate, and hopefully you can wrestle. Like it's not a guarantee because it's really hard. And I had some experience prior to Santino's, like a little bit, and I was able to kind of finagle my way into skipping the beginner's course. And I started as basically an intermediate, and from my experience, it was always pretty positive. I mean, pretty positive is Santino's is the best school around, and for me, it was an amazing experience. From the beginning, everybody was awesome, and it's a grind. It's really hard. There are days where you just want to quit, but uh, they just make you a better person and a better wrestler, and that school changed my life. So I can't say anything bad about Santino's. But yeah, it's weird. You show up and you're the new guy in school, and like I remember the first day Eli ever fly talk shit to me. The first day I was there, like it's like things like that. Like I remember he talked shit, and then Joey Chaos had to like talk him down, and yeah, and but you just go through that because like I was tunnel vision. I didn't even care, and it was tunnel vision on being the best wrestler I could be.
Because you're kind of still have that fire instinct. It's like you don't care. Look at the environment. You're kind of focused on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I'm focusing on bettering myself, and focusing on just becoming. I want to be the best wrestler. I want to be the best. I want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that everybody talks about. I want to be the guy on the scene that says that everyone's like, he needs to be in the WWE. And I want to be the guy that's in the WWE that everyone's like, he needs to be at WrestleMania. And when I'm the guy at WrestleMania, I want them to be like, I'm the guy that needs to be at the main event of WrestleMania. You know what I mean? That's just like my mentality on things. So I just always have that tunnel vision, and I just, yeah. But yeah, so I just never like things like that.
Uh, did you ever have the WWE tryout once they were here in LA?
I did. I've done things for the WWE, like behind the scenes, like extra work and stuff. But I've never had a tryout. I've never like been in Orlando and had a tryout.
It was the extra scenes like a segment from like the Golden Truth, or when they had that it used to be the what's it, the being a Rosebud forever.
Yeah, like they would do things like that. Like it was like stuff along the lines of that. Not necessarily it was that, but it was like stuff like that.
Were you cool about it being one of the extras? Where like it's like I want to be even though a jobber or a squasher, it's like at least I want to be inside WWE ring.
Right. Yeah. I mean, um, you definitely want to be in that ring. There's nothing like it. So if anybody ever said that they wouldn't want to be in that ring, they're crazy. So I mean, like as a wrestler, if they were ever to say no, that's not the case. So yeah, I just want to be in that ring. I want to prove myself and show them what I've been trying to show everybody, and is that I'm somebody to be talking about right
You're I want to say this. You don't have a character, but the character is what you do inside the ring. Again, stuff. You're the fighter. You're gonna have the modern style of like the teenagers or the 20-year-olds. Like okay, he's a little hip because he has the black jersey, the Ray-Ban sunglasses, who's wearing indoors, slick hairstyle for the side, and it's like okay. But once you get in the ring, it's like okay, understand his character is a fighter. Is that
now.
am I right, DJ, or is what is your
Yeah, man,
character?
you're on it. You're on it, man. You're on it. You're on it. You're on it.
Was it
Yeah, keep
hard?
going. Keep going.
I was gonna
I
say,
think. I think.
was it hard for you to get a character, or like well, that was it's like character to you is like that's not important. It's that again, being one of the greatest wrestlers of today's generation, and they want to be up up. Let's say this up the stage by going to WWE and improving everybody else. Hey, I'm gonna be one of the greatest. It doesn't matter if it's NXT, WWE
Mhm.
205, or the actual main roster.
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, I love characters. I love mankind, and I love guys on the scene now like Jervis Cottonbelly and things like that. But I always just I loved Chris. I mean, it's hard to say, but I loved like the Chris Benoit's and Eddie Guerrero's and Rey Mysterio's and the guys that just killed it in the ring. So for me, a part of me is that flair, the jacket and the glasses, because I kind of want to be the cool kid from high school that everybody liked that wasn't the douchebag is my shtick, I guess. Like I get along with people, and I'm a nice guy, but when I'm in the ring, I just try to kick ass, and I just try to. It's who I am. I'm not out there putting on a show. Like I wear sunglasses all the time. I mean, like just who I am. I just turn the volume up to 11 when I'm in the ring, and I think it just works out better that way, and I just think that's just more organic, as opposed to me coming out there pretending to be, a chiropractor wrestler and giving backbreakers to people. I think that would be cheesy. I am who I am.
Um, how long you been in the wrestling business, DJ? I didn't ask that question either.
No, yeah. So I've been wrestling for about 2 years.
It doesn't seem like you actually wrestled for 2 years. Again, the how you again probably is that mixed martial arts background. Like you kind your wrestling your wrestling skills kind of transition slowly. So it can be I don't know striker versus a technical wrestler. What is it? Catch wrestling. Like you kind of flow with everybody, including the high flyers.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's. I played sports my whole life. I watched wrestling my whole life. You know, and I did MMA. I don't know if it was one of the and I had an amazing wrestling school. I think it's a combination of all of them made me just pick it up faster than some, and I've just had a tremendous ride so far. It's been good. It's been good.
As what within those 2 year period, who is your how I was gonna say who was your first match? Second part to that, what was the greatest match you ever had within the 2 year period? Or is there
Ooh.
such a thing? Is there a greatest match within those 2 years you had?
Yeah, that's hard. All right. So first question was first match, right?
Correct.
First match was uh, it's a loaded question because I actually had three matches. My first day I wrestled. The first day I wrestled was first match was against Eli Everfly,
Was surprised the person who actually loses
and
that.
then I ended up wrestling Tito, Bad Dude Tito, like later on in the show, and then I got my ass kicked, and then I wrestled in the Battle Royal on the same night. So I had three matches the same day. So
Did you wrestle at Santino's? Or was that for another
it
thing?
was a Santino's show, but it was an outside festival in Huntington
No.
Park.
Um,
But then my greatest match is my what was this? There was the three questions, right? The
oh,
two
the
questions.
second question was, what was your greatest match? Uh, or was is there such thing as a greatest match within those 2 year period you had?
Yeah. Unfortunately, all of the three greatest matches that I have, oh no, two out of the three I'm losing. But I would say the best match I've had was at PCW against Leo Rush and Joey Janela. Was I guess the best match I've ever had.
And that, I was there for that match. That was kind of amazing.
I would say that would probably be the best match I've ever had. You've seen it at PCW, but besides that match, I would say my match with B Boy. The first time I wrestled him, actually, the two times I wrestled him were both tremendous matches, but the first time I wrestled him was a really important match in my career. It I didn't win the match, but I really showed everybody that I was able to hang with somebody as good as B Boy, and I think I really was first time I showed people like, holy shit, like this guy, he might be new, but he's good. So I think it was really important for me.
Okay. Your dream opponent or dream match for you?
Ooh. Well, I mean, my dream match would be against Rey Mysterio. Uh, hands down, Rey Mysterio, or like Jeff Hardy. I mean, I was a huge Hardy Boys fan, and seeing them back, and I met Jeff at the Crash too, and I met Matt Hardy too. I met both of them, and yeah, that would be awesome. If I was able to wrestle like the Hardy Boys in a tag team match, oh, that'd be incredible. So
And
something like.
then who would be your tag team partner then?
Ooh, good question. I would probably have to say it would be my fiance, Heather Monroe, and we would have a fucking intergender match. No, but my tag team partner, honestly, in that situation, Brody King. Why not? Brody King and I against the Hardy Boys. That'd be crazy.
And also, Brody King is also a Santino brother
He
alumni.
is. Or me and Eli Everfly versus the Hardy Boys, or me and Jake Atlas versus the Hardy Boys would be pretty awesome. So
If you had to choose one between all of those four names,
I think the one the fans would want to see the most would probably be me and Eli versus the Hardy Boys. but I don't know. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying any answer because I didn't say my fiance. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Well, you're getting married, so hey,
So it's
it's all
okay. She stuck
forgiven.
with me. She stuck with exactly. She stuck with me anyway, so I can say whatever I want.
And then
Sure.
also, well, for those who doesn't know Heather Monroe, she's also a independent SoCal wrestler too. Also, I don't know how long she's been wrestling, DJ.
Around the same time.
2 years.
A little less. I started before her, but around the same time. Like, we met training. So.
You've been wrestling with her too at FCW as FCW or I think other promotions under in Southern California. And you guys like back and forth. I also have tag team matches with her tag team partner. Uh, I forgot her name. And you with Jolie Ryan. It was an intergender, well, mixed. I don't know how they call it, mixed gender, mixed tag team gender. I don't know,
Yeah. Um, intergender mixed tag.
mixed
Mixed
tag.
tag.
Uh, and, and you kind of enjoy that, right?
Yeah, I mean it's fun. I mean I have a good time. I mean I've wrestled my girlfriend at Santino's. I mean not my fiance. I wrestled Heather at Santino's. I've tagged with her in Vegas at FSW. We are a thing in Vegas, and yeah, it's a good time. And I also faced it. I tag teamed with Joey Ryan, and kicked her. Like it's a good time. The other day I wrestled Heather, and before I kicked her in the face, I said I'm sorry, I love you, and I super kicked her in the face, like Shawn Michaels did her against Ric Flair, and yeah, I'm just having a good time. It's a lot of fun.
And does she know from something personal to the wrestling business, like separate the two?
We're able to separate it a little bit. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard. Like I have to sleep on the couch, but like we're able to separate it a little bit. So
No, I don't know how you do it, DJ, but hey, that's true love right there.
I know, man.
Uh, I'm gonna wrap wrap this up, DJ. I was gonna say, are you gonna be watching the UFC this coming Saturday with Rumble versus DC?
The UFC.
Yes.
Um, I probably won't watch it. I'll follow it though. I probably won't watch it though, to be honest.
That means you kind of you still in a way it's like you want to move away from MMA and just focus on the wrestling.
I just kind of, to be honest with you, fell out of love with it, and I follow it, I like certain guys, but I'm a very casual fan right now, and I don't buy the pay-per-views, and I don't really go out to go watch them. I'll probably watch it. I might stream it. I might illegally stream it. Don't sue me, UFC. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really watch them anymore.
Here's one personal question I'm gonna ask you, DJ, and I
Yeah,
know
man.
you're gonna answer this for sure. Uh, for some reason, you get always damaged in the nose, like a broken nose, bloody nose. Like there's always some type of injury.
Yeah.
Mostly every match you have. It's like that.
Yeah.
You kind of do it for purpose, right?
No, absolutely not.
And it looks like
I
you.
literally, I'm scarred for life. I split my lip open so bad in the Leo Rush Joey Janela match that I'm scarred for life. I have permanent damage in my mouth right now.
You're like there's like numbness or
I have numbness, tingling, scar tissue, the whole deal. Yeah, it's not fun. I literally get fucked up doing this, but I want to prove to everybody that I am the best, and I don't care. And like I got beat up in that match, and I came out on top, and I'm just gonna keep plugging away and showing everybody that I'm the man.
to you pain is like that's no issue to you, right? Because again, I always every time I see you at PCW or other shows, I always see again you always get injured, you get bloody nose or some blood anywhere, and like to you is like oh you can work with it and just
Yeah, like
not
it's an
show it.
issue, obviously, but at the end of the day, I have tunnel vision, and I am just all I want is to be the best, and I'm not going to let anybody bring me down. And as much as you could knock me down, I'm going to keep getting back up. And it's very cliche, but it's true. And I never say die. And it's maybe my character in wrestling. Maybe that's what I am through the in between the ropes. But it's 100% who I am behind behind the doors. When I'm at home. That's who I am. I don't quit. And yeah, that's just who I am.
And do you believe because of that, that's why people are kind of invested in you? It's like invested to DJ.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know. It is kind of crazy, you know what I mean? Like I haven't been wrestling that long, and it is nuts sometimes when I go out there and I hear the reaction from people. It blows me away. But yeah, I think part of it is people see me in them. I'm I'm just like everybody. I'm not like anything crazy. I'm not 6'5", not 350 pounds, I'm jacked out of my mind. I'm a small guy that fights with all his heart, and that's just who I am. You know what I mean? And I think people just want to get behind that, and if they don't, that's totally cool too. But I just think it's working.
And then people are again, if people are invested in you, you even sell merchandise to them. You got the T-shirts, 8x10s, even cool wristbands.
Yeah, I mean it's a hustle, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it is a hustle like anything else. And I am trying to get my brand out there because I want to wrestle more places. I love PCW and I love working for like all these companies, FCW and AWS and Santino's, and love working for the Crash in Mexico and stuff. But I want to go to the East Coast. I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Japan. And so I just want to brand myself and drop kick the world and everything like that, and just get my name out there.
Is that your goal for 2017, or is that your goal period, like until you finish your wrestling career?
I mean, I would say my goal in 2017 is just to continue getting my name out there. But my goal in general is to, yeah, travel the world doing this. I think I can, and I just want to show people what I'm made of.
All right, DJ, I'm gonna end this right now. Hey, we got the good bog. This interview is so good, but I'm gonna post it uploading by the end of tomorrow.
Awesome, man.
And for DJ, for those who are not recognized, for first timers for you, new wrestling fans, like who doesn't know DJ, where can they follow you in your social media so or watch you?
Yeah.
You have a YouTube channel?
Okay.
Or what?
You know what? I have a really bad YouTube channel. I need to get on that. Maybe it's something I just need to get on that. But you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Douglas James Pro, and then you can follow me on Facebook or like me or friend me on Facebook at Douglas James. You'll see my picture, and you know, on YouTube Douglas James. If you search Douglas James Wrestling, you'll be able to find me. And yeah, I just want to thank you for this interview, man. I had a lot of fun. I was really honest with you, and yeah, I hope people enjoy it.
I hope so too. And again, new wrestling fans started to follow, even from the East Coast. And it's like, hey, I like this guy DJ who's from Southern California. Want to bring him to the East Coast, like probably wrestle for Evolve, CCW, or other promotions. It could be also be the Midwest or in Texas or Chicago.
Yeah, man. Wherever, I'll be there. I'll drop kick somebody, and I'll probably get busted open, but it'll be a good time nonetheless.
And that, before I end this drop kick, that's where people would kind of recognize you. Is the I want to say the drop kick king or the prince, or we just know as drop
Yeah,
kick.
either one. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm just trying to do my thing and drop kick faces and go to different places. That's it.
Well, thanks DJ for allowing me to interview you, and hopefully the audience, viewers, whatever I will call them at YouTube, enjoy this podcast and get familiar with DJ.
Cool, man. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, dude. And I'll see you soon. I'll see you April 22nd.